Good, man. Good, nice.
Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you.
That was a good game?
Yeah, that was okay, yeah.
Everything's good.
Joseph Parker versus Alexander Usyk. Absolutely. This was always the fight to make it heavyweight if we truly are living in a time of meritocracy. I'll be honest, I was fearful that the usual politics and BS would get in the way and push us in a different direction.
One day I would love the opportunity to fight here. I think it'll be amazing. Everyone that he's fought and everyone that he's beaten. And I wanna chase myself again.
Usyk is a guy who can do whatever he wants to right now. He vacated the IBF, he went and got it back. You understand me? So it's just fun for him right now. So he can do whatever he wants to do. And he can fight whoever. Joseph Parker is the best fight for him right now because Joseph Parker is a guy who has the qualities and the experience that it would take to give Usyk the hardest time. Not saying he's gonna beat Usyk by no means, but he will give Usyk the hardest time of anybody. And if anybody, I think if they said, Roy, if you had to take one guy right now, put your money on against Usyk, who would it be? It would be Joseph.
Roy, you was a smaller guy that went up and won the world heavyweight title, one of the only ones to do that from middleweight up to heavyweight. You know, how does someone beat Alexander Usyk? Is it the smaller guy? Is it the guy that's coming up in the weight divisions, you know, as opposed to the bigger heavyweights?
No, the bigger guys could beat him, just gotta have the right fight plan. None of these guys fighting with the right fight plan. And I'm not finna tell them the right fight plan because that's not my job to do. But you gotta have the right fight plan to fight Usyk. If you don't have the right fight plan, he's gonna destroy you. If you go out there trying to knock him out, he's gonna destroy you. And most of those guys that go out with the idea, oh, he's small, he came up from cruiserweight, we're gonna take him out. Wrong answer, you're not gonna take him out. He fought Gaisov, who was an even stronger puncher than most of these heavyweights are, and Gaisov couldn't do nothing with him. You know what I'm saying? Gaisov was one of the hardest punches I've seen in quite some time, and Gaisov didn't give him no real opposition, basically, you know? So for these guys to think a one-punch guy's gonna beat Usyk, that's not.
Today, we're diving into a hot topic that's stirring up the heavyweight division. Could Joseph Parker be the dark horse to finally dethrone Alexander Usyk? You heard that right. Legendary multi-division champ Roy Jones Jr. believes Parker might be the most dangerous opponent Usyk could face right now. And honestly, he might be onto something. Let's break it down. Parker isn't just another contender. He's a former world champion. And more importantly, he's rebuilt himself. After tough losses earlier in his career, Parker has come back stronger, smarter, and more confident.
And talking of Usyk, Roy, where do you rank him in that sort of all-time list? Everyone's been doing it all week, haven't they? It's the fun you have as a fight fan. Do you have an opinion on that?
No, I don't really have an opinion on that. He's definitely in the top, out of the top 7 to top 5 now because he's done something that nobody ever done. Not to mention, the quality of heavyweights is not the same as it once was. But, I mean, for him to do it the way he done it, undisputed cruiserweight champ, now undisputed heavyweight champ, that says a lot, man. Not many people done that. So for him to do that itself, has to put him in the top.
Spoke to your man Joe Parker and he said, I will beat Alexander Usyk. What gives you the confidence that will happen as well, Andy?
Joe is the last challenge left. He can offer something that nobody else can. Craft, cleverness, doesn't take breaks, can fight the pace. It's a great challenge, and we just want to fight.
I would love to see him retire the way he is right now on top of the world, because if he goes in there, you know, like I said, I think he has no problem with Parker, but it's still going to be tough. It's still going to be difficult. His body's already taken a lot. He's 38. We're going to end up seeing him. If he continues fighting, we're going to end up seeing him against a young lion, totally dominating him because of his age, because of his body already. There's a lot of tear and wear in his body. And we're going to see a sad ending where that's what we're going to remember. I would love to remember him as the greatest of all time because he's showing to be one of the greatest of all times. I would love him to retire now and just call it quits and be remembered as one of the greatest of all times. I know there's so much money out there. There's so much, you know, big fights and it's tempting, you know, to anybody. So I can't blame him either. You know, I can't blame him for not wanting to continue fighting because he's still on top of his game. He could still dominate many of those fighters, but sooner than later, his body is not going to respond. His body's gonna be tired, and we're gonna see maybe a sad ending. And I would hate to see that with.
In his last few fights, he's taken out Deontay Wilder, Zhilei Zhang, and Simon Keane. Not just winning, but dominating. That's no easy feat in today's heavyweight landscape. Meanwhile, Usyk has cemented himself as one of the greats, undisputed at cruiserweight, undisputed at heavyweight. But at 38 years old, how much more can his body take? Trainer Robert Garcia has even suggested that Usyk should retire while he's still at the top. Others argue he's got a few more big fights left, but Parker might not be the guy you want to test that against. And let's not forget,
He's got a lot of experience. He's a former world champion. He's big for the the weight class. He's athletic, and he's coming off a 3-fight win streak that rivals any one of the top contenders right now. He KOs Martin Bakole in his last fight. He beat Zhile Zhang before that, and Deontay Wilder before that. If anyone deserves a shot, it's Joseph Parker, and it's just unfortunate for him. He always seems like the guy who's on the outside looking in, doesn't ever get that shot. So I do think he deserves it. I also think it's a dangerous fight. Does he have enough to beat Usyk? I don't think anybody.
People won't like this, but the person who gives him the best fight is Tyson Fury, probably. People don't like me saying that, and I know everyone is furious about it, but he's the one who's given the most trouble.
Yeah.
Him or AJ have given at the rematch with AJ was level going into round 10.
Yeah.
So, and AJ put a fantastic performance in the rematch. I think it's absolute lunacy to throw Moses Atuma in with Alexander Usyk now. I think that is absolute madness of the highest order. Has Moses Atuma even been past 6 or 7 rounds yet?
No. I think it was a 6-rounder once.
Why would you throw him in? It's boxing is a sport where it's so unforgiving, and you have to earn your stripes. I'm a huge Moses Atuma fan. I do believe he's the future of the heavyweight division, but he should in no way, shape or form be climbing in a ring with Alexander Usyk when he hasn't been past 6 rounds. I'm sorry. It's absolute crazy. A good fight for him. No one's more deserving than Joseph Parker, and I've screamed this from the rooftops. No one deserves the shot more. I can make a case for Joseph Parker deserving the shot more than Daniel Dubois.
Yeah.
Because Joseph Parker's the man who went in with the absolute bogeyman at the division. Joseph Parker went in with Deontay Wilder, who, let's be totally honest, no one really wants to face him. And then he went in with someone even worse than Zhile Zhang, and no one wants to face him. And he dealt with the two of them back to back. And then let's get something straight. On 48 or 72 hours notice, whatever it was, he went in with the greatest sparring partner the world's ever.
The WBO has ordered Usyk to face Parker next. That means the stars may finally align for Parker's long-awaited title shot. So what happens if these two step in the ring? Will Usyk's slick footwork and ring IQ be too much? Or can Parker's power, patience, and pressure flip the script? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more breakdowns, fight news, and real boxing talk. Until next time, keep your guard up and your gloves tight.